Well, while the contentious convention centre and the much-needed metro sports complex in the CBD have been delayed, new development plans are afoot elsewhere in the city. All this amid aid agencies rolling out yet more recovery funds for those still affected by the earthquakes. A lot is going on, and with me now is Deon Swiggs from Rebuild Christchurch to give us an update on what is happening. Deon, thank you so much for coming onto the program today. Good. Really appreciate it. Let's just start off with the insurance companies. Now, they've paid more than $15 billion. That's right, $1 billion. Do you want to just talk about what's happening there?
So every month the insurance companies put out their figures, and this month I think there's been a milestone. There's $15 billion worth of insurance payouts by the private insurers. On top of that, there's also about $8.3 billion from EQC. So around $23 billion has gone into the residential market in Christchurch for the recovery. This is actually sort of a good stepping stone to sort of getting these settlements for properties finalised and whatnot. So now the insurance companies are looking at a lot of cash settlements for properties, so you'll start seeing that number jumping quite a lot, and a lot of the last straggling ones will be starting to sort of come through the different different programs, whether it's repairs or rebuilds or whether it's just a cash out and they sell as is, where is. But I mean, this is all good progress. So there's a lot going on in the residential recovery now. If you drive around the streets, there's every street there's some houses being put up, and there needs to be some certainty. So I think it's starting to get there, starting to see some of that certainty around the residential recovery.
So we'll see as time goes on, momentum is going to get bigger and bigger for this.
And we've still got a lot of uncertainty around land settlements and stuff like that from EQC, but we'll start briefing those as they happen.
Absolutely. Let's move on now to Fletcher's. Now, they've already built nearly 200 homes for the Christchurch City Council's affordable housing program. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so Fletcher's and the government have signed with the Christchurch City Council with the Housing Accord to build another 191 houses within the central city. Now, when the blueprint came out, there was a plan to have around 2,000 residential properties within the central city. There's kind of a figure that's quoted around about 20,000 residential people living within the central city, and this is really a start of it. If you know the Turners and Growers site, which is in the central city, it's been bare for quite a long time. That's where the development's going to happen. That's where these new houses are going to go, and some of them are affordable on a level of around $400,000 to $450,000. Whether that's affordable for the average person, I'm not sure.
I was going to ask you that for affordable. Do you think these houses will be affordable?
Well, it's not for me, but we have to have there has to be a point there, and the government are doing a bit of work around some of the kickstart programs that are out there for first home buyers and things like that. So maybe this is a good opportunity for those programs to come in, and hopefully over time, the price stabilisation effect is actually starting to come into the market. So houses are actually starting to stabilise in price terms as more houses start to come onto the market.
Absolutely. Let's just talk about the Red Cross. Now, they've just announced $2 million worth of funding for the recovery programs. They released that last week. What is happening around recovery in that?
Yes, the Red Cross with their program, that's really good. And just on top of that, the Canterbury Community Trust have just put out another about $1.5 million specifically for youth, getting them back at sort of their recovery. Now, one of the big things when the Sarah Wellbeing Survey happened was the key areas that the youth were facing in terms of challenges was being displaced from where their communities were. So like families who have had to move out of the city and they've been displaced, not having any greeting or meeting places, and also activities for youth. So this is really a $1.5 million fund that the Canterbury Community Trust is looking to focus on that sort of stuff. And so it's targeting existing programs and suppliers for things that are going to get that'll help the youth. So if you're one of those people, go out, reach out to the Canterbury Community Trust and really start looking after or supporting our youth, because if we don't have our youth, we're not going to have a future in our city.
Absolutely, because they are the next generation. Exactly. Absolutely. Now, the convention centre. Let's talk about that. What's really going on there, as well as the Metro Sports facility as well?
I mean, on Friday they always say that if a government organisation puts out a media release late on a Friday, they want it to sort of to walk away or people not to notice. But this is too important not to notice. They've basically put back the timeline for the convention centre another 18 months and the Metro Sports facility another 2 years. We must start now taking a stand on this and saying what is going on. Why are these happening? What is going on in the government? Why are the business cases not stacking up at cabinet level? Why is there uncertainty around the tendering process for these for the construction of these things? And why are the costs spiralling out of control? These are the big things, and these are the reasons why these projects have been delayed, and hopefully the government will own up soon and actually talk about those openly. But we as a city must take charge of this. These anchor projects are going to be an anchor holding our city back in the recovery. We can't have that. We need to have some transformational projects that are actually going to move the city forward into a 21st century. Otherwise, we will have areas of the city that are just bare, and we're going to have other parts of the city that are going to take off. We need some certainty around investors. We're losing capital quite at a dramatic rate, and I'm really scared that that'll keep continuing if we don't get some certainty. So, really, hopefully.
That's two of the anchor projects. You've got the convention centre and the metros. I guess that it's even a concern for any other projects, really, isn't it, as well, coming into the future?
Look, all the projects that are happening around the anchor projects, they all need to be revisited. There needs to be a bit more of a vision that's collectively communicated by the council and the government. Really, they need to start talking.
Absolutely. Let's talk now about the police building. Now, we've always heard for some time, is it happening, is it not, or when is it happening, or what's going on? We were just unsure, but now we have a date.
Yes.
A date has been confirmed. Do you want to just talk more about that?
Yeah, so, I mean, we kind of got the date wrong. Well, it wasn't wrong, but it was it changed from April the 18th, and now it's confirmed 100% for May 30th. If the weather's not good enough, it'll be the next day, which is a Sunday. 8 a.m. it's going to happen. People have been encouraged to watch it online. There's if you go to our website, there's a link to what the live broadcast will be. But yeah, it's finally certainty, and then once that's demolished and it's all gone, then the rebuild on that area can come out, and there's already plans that are in place by Ngāi Tahu to have a lot of workers back in that place.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you just said there too, there's a live stream as well,
yes.
which they're encouraging more, isn't it? Which still gives the same result, really. If you're
yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, it's 8 a.m. in the morning. If you just want to be laying in bed and watch an implosion of a police station, well, go log in and watch it.
There you can,
exactly.
Absolutely. Let's just talk about the EQC home repairs program as well. Just a quick update of what's happening there.
Yeah, so EQC are wanting people to say, yes, I'm in the program, which is the CHIRP program, or out of the CHIRP program. As you know, a lot of people have, or the EQR, which is Fletchers, have scaled right down their program, and people have to June the 1st to be able to say, yes, I want my house repaired by EQC or not. And otherwise, if you're not, you're going to be cash settled. If you are, you're in the program, you'll be managed by them. So if you are unsure about all that sort of stuff, make sure you get some free independent advice about this, because it is a very big decision to make if you're sort of in a bit of a limbo around that sort of stuff. So really, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to help.
Absolutely. And just to confirm, the deadline is on the 1st of June.
Yes, 1st of June 2015.
Awesome. That's cool. Yep. Deon Swiggs from Rebuild Christchurch. Thank you so much for coming in.